Por la mañana café, por la tarde ron. Ya estamos en la calle, sal de tu balcón.
Por la mañana café, por la tarde ron. Ya estamos en la calle, sal de tu balcón.
Por la mañana café, por la tarde ron. Ya estamos en la calle, sal de tu balcón.
Por la mañana café, por la tarde ron. Ya estamos en la calle, sal de tu balcón.
Hoy yo no quiero dormir, lo que quiero yo es amanecerme y beberme un galón.
Por la mañana café, por la tarde ron. Ya estamos en la calle.
Brother, yo no sé ni cómo yo llegué a casa anoche.
El humo empañó el camino y no pude recordar el camino pa' mi casa. Hoy me vuelves a invitar.
Yo me iba a quedar tranquilo, pero si quieres vacilar, sube tú pa' la montaña, porque hoy yo me quedo acá.
Por la mañana café, por la tarde ron. Ya estamos en la calle, sal de tu balcón. Por la mañana café. Ya estamos en la calle, sal de tu balcón.
Por la mañana café, por la tarde ron. Ya estamos en la calle, sal de tu balcón.
Por la mañana café, por la tarde ron. Ya estamos en la calle, sal de tu balcón.
Hoy yo no quiero dormir, lo que quiero yo es amanecerme y beberme un galón.
Por la mañana café, por la tarde ron. Ya estamos en la calle.
Brother, yo no sé ni cómo yo llegué a casa anoche.
I've been known to miss a red flag. I've been known to put my lover on a pedestal. In the end, those things just don't last. And it's time I take my rose-colored glasses off. I already know your tape. Tell me the things I like. Trying to make me your slave, taking me for the ride. I already know your tape. You can play your cards right. Don't you know I could do this dance on, dance on, dance on, dance on, dance on.
Dance on.
What you doing? Don't know who you think that you're confusing. I be like, ooh, it's amusing. You think I'm gonna fall for an
Was a time when that shit might have worked. Was a time when I just threw a match and let it burn. Now I'm grown, I know what I deserve. I still like that, doing the lessons I already learned. I already know your tape, tell me the things I like. Trying to make me your slave, taking me for the ride. I already know your tape, you can play your cards right. Don't you know I could do this dance on, dance on. Oh, what you doing? Don't know who you think that you're confusing. I'd be like, oh, it's amusing. You think I'm gonna fall for an
What's up?
What you doing?
Don't know who you think that you're confusing. I be like, ooh, it's amusing. You think I'm gonna fall for an
Hold me, need your body on mine.
Yo, 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 yo. What's up, what's up? Let's go, let's go! What's up? Guys, what you're hearing right now is my next song that is coming out this Friday, called Hideaway with Jamie Deras. I hope you like it. Enjoy the second part of the song. Remember, coming out this Friday, 28th of February, in just 2 days. Well, actually in 1 day and 7 hours, something like this. Well, it depends on your country, but 1 day and a half.
Lost inside the waves, I've been caught in the smoke. Lie awake, losing myself for you. All the words I couldn't say, now I'm letting them go. Take my heart, keep it safe. Burning deep, we're caught up in the flames. Take my hand, take my days. Pull me close and we can hide away. Hide
What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? Hello everyone, hello every fucking one. How are you guys? How is it going? How is it going? Lot of things to mention. What you just heard is my new song Hideaway that is coming out this Friday. This Friday, 28th of February, new song. Yeah, I released a song 3 weeks ago. The remix of Café con Ron by Bad Bunny. Yes. I released a song 1 month and 9 days ago. Illusion. Yes. And I'm releasing a new song in 2 days. Yes. And my idea for this year is to keep like this. To keep releasing music every 4 or 6 weeks. I have to say I'm already starting to have a problem because I had a lot of work. I couldn't finish so many songs and I'm already trying to sign. Oh, this should be here. Trying to sign new music. But I'm waiting for the label. Some labels, you know what happens, that sometimes they don't check the song, the emails. So you wait for 10 days and then it's like, okay, they're not going to check it. So then you need to move on to another one. Things like this that delay everything a lot. But yeah, this is my idea. If for any reason I can release a song at the end of March, beginning of April, like original, I will release just remixes because I want to release a lot of music this year. Like, you get tired of my music. I want to send my product to you so that you can evaluate and give me feedback. Okay, you need to come to YouTube or Twitch, any of those. But I want to tell you a funny story about this one, about the Hideaway. Okay, I can tell you, if you give me a second, this song is quite old. I mean, almost 2 years old. I think I can tell you. And actually, like a lot of songs I released lately, I started this one in a YouTube live stream. Let me check. I mean, Illusion, I started in a YouTube live stream, making a remix for Dua Lipa. It couldn't get released, so I decided to release a cover. I made the Café con Ron remix in a live stream. I'm participating in a remix competition of Major Lazer that I also made in a live stream. So making songs in live streams is helping me so much to finish more music, because sometimes they take a lot of time to prepare the live stream, to make it, then to finish the live stream, things I need to do after the live stream. So making music during the live stream sometimes it seems it helps. So yeah, I started Hideaway the 12th of April 2023. So basically 2 years ago I started this song. 2 years ago. In that live stream, the idea was to make a song similar to John Summit. I think I didn't even start doing live streams on Twitch, just on YouTube. I like it so much, the idea, so I decided to finish that idea. The problem is that, this live stream had a lot of views. I had to hide it because this way I saved that people didn't steal the song or something. But yeah, the thing was that I didn't work on it. I started working on it after the summer. Then trying to sign it. I finished it, I think, at the beginning of 2024, like 1 year ago or something. But then I've been waiting for labels and so. And in the end, the labels I sent the song, or they reject it, or they didn't even check the song. That this also happens a lot. They don't check the emails, or they don't check the websites they have, or they don't check the songs. So what did I do? Fuck it, and I used DistroKid, and I released it myself. Why not? At least the song is gonna be out. I really like the song. I really love the vibe. I really like the melody and the idea in general. The vocal is awesome. So I wanted to release it. So I just released it by myself. If labels don't want to release your music and you think it's good, do it by yourself. You can use DistroKid. And then you just need to do a lot of good promotion, like socials, in Reels on TikTok and so. Maybe you can build your own Spotify playlist or things like this to try to push your song as much as possible, even if it's not in a label. And actually, sometimes you're releasing labels and you don't get even 20,000 streams. And I self-release, and for example, Africa Firefly, that has the similar vibe of this one, that actually I started after Hideaway, but got released earlier. It has like 160,000 streams right now. 160,000, yeah. And I released it by myself. You speak Spanish? Sí, hablo español. El problema, Javier, es que aquí literalmente hay gente de todas partes del mundo. O sea, del continente americano, hay gente de la India, de Tailandia, o sea, entonces tengo que hablar inglés. So yeah, I just decided to use DistroKid, and if you want to use this link right here, distrokid.com VIP Wildcrow, you get a 7% discount. And actually, if you use the link on my Instagram in the bio, there you have a 50% discount for students. So if you're at university or something, you can get half of the price. So it's even better for you. People on Instagram, waiting for you on Twitch and YouTube. So yeah, guys, if labels don't believe in your music, just self-release. It doesn't mean, when a label reject you, it doesn't mean the song is not good. It doesn't mean the song it sounds bad or something. What happens today with my eyebrow? It's like, cut it, I don't know. It doesn't mean the song is not good, okay? What it means is that they think it's not, maybe it doesn't fit their label, maybe they think it's not sellable, or maybe they just think that even if the song is good, as you are not a known artist, they don't want to take the risk of releasing your song because they're gonna spend money and time with your song. So maybe they think they cannot get enough from your song because you are not a big artist. This happens. You sometimes you see big artists releasing really shit music, but they release it in big labels. Why? Because they're gonna sell. They're gonna get the streams just because of who they are. So labels accept them, and then you send way better songs, or somebody send way better songs, and you don't get the release. You don't get signed because of these things. Because you are not big. That's what happens. I mean, in the end, is a business. So yeah, I tried to sign it, and one day I said, okay, fuck it, I'm gonna release it by myself. So now here it is. Really, what's happening? Do you see like a spike here? I don't know what happens. I don't know what the hell is that. Well, never mind. So yeah, if you want, use this. Oh, by the way, Also, this an original vocal from the singer is Jamie Darras. But sometimes I use vocals from websites like if it's a website, use Vocify. If not, maybe it's a sample pack or something. If you use the code of Wildcrow 10 in Vocify, you get a 10% discount. But they just released a new thing that is called it's a subscription. And the cool thing of the subscription, of course, is like you pay every month and you get I think you get credits, and you can use those credits for vocals. The cool thing is that there are exclusive subscriber vocals. So if you're not a subscriber, you're not gonna see those vocals. You know, you can get the normal ones. But if you're a subscriber, you can get the normal ones and extra ones that only subscribers can see. So it's even more unique, you know? So that's really cool. That's really cool. So maybe just check on Vocify. Remember to use the code WildCrow10 for a 10% discount. Okay, guys. So, let me put some music in the background until we really start the live stream. So, did you like Hideaway? This is coming out this Friday. Remember? This Friday, Hideaway. Let me check what you said. Que temón, Crow. Muchas gracias. Suena genial. Muchas gracias. There's one. I'm good. Work hard since January 3rd on a song that I can't wait to hear today. That's why I've gone missing in action since last December. Okay. Sounds really great. Thank you so much, guys. I sent to Suave and other labels. They said that the song sounded great and gave me really good feedback, but they all told me that it didn't fit their music style, so I just released the song by myself. That's good. That's good. I mean, for example, I have a song that I'm trying to sign, and I send it to a label. Okay. Usually labels, they have several A&Rs. It's not just one person. Usually have 3 or 5, something like this. And for example, you send it to one or the website or the email, just one person checks it, and if that person likes it or think can be released, then they share it with the other A&Rs, okay? So I got that. So the first A&R added in CC in the email, added the 2 others. This means the first A&R like it. I remember the second A&R checked the song and didn't say anything, so I guess that was also a kind of okay. But then days later, actually weeks later, I got an email from the third A&R saying that they're going to pass on this. So probably what happened is that, or they together decide that it's not good enough or not fitting the label or so, or 2 like it but 1 didn't like. Okay? But if I pass the first round, it means the song at least is good and is quite interesting for them, you know, at least for the first A&R. But if in the end they don't like it or they don't want to release it or whatever, just do it by yourself. It's 2025. You can do it by yourself. You just need to work on promotion and so. By the way, Peter, thank you so much for the subscription. I've seen it. I put you in the priority list. But now why can't beginner artists instead release their music on labels? That's not well known. What? But now why can't beginner artists instead release their music on labels? That's not well known, if that makes sense. You mean how a new artist release music if they are not known, if people don't know him? Just release it. I mean, in the end, think this. You release songs by yourself, okay? And you work a lot on the promo, you make your own playlist or whatever, you trade with other playlists, you get a lot of streams and you get, I don't know, let's say, it works really great. You work on the socials. The videos go viral on socials. Subron already told you need to join Twitch or YouTube to send your song. And you get, for example, 100k monthly listeners. Okay, you have several songs. One has 300k, other one has 500,000, other one has 100k. All of them self-released, and you in total have 100,000 monthly listeners. Now, with all of this, and probably if you use socials to get all these streams, the socials are going to be good, you have a lot more chances that the A&Rs already check your songs because the videos got viral and they've seen the videos. They just check your social and it looks way better. So, you have more chance of getting the song released, even if you never released a song with a label. You know? I mean, actually, check how it was in the past in other genres, especially in hip hop, in rock, in pop. People made their albums, that the self-released albums, you know, that they mix themselves or really cheap, you know, with bad microphones and so, and with that they could show it to labels to get signed on labels. Without that, they wouldn't be signed on labels, you know. So in electronic music it's a bit different, but you can take also that option. Like, okay, you self-release, that nowadays is super easy. Work on the promo, try to get known with that, and then thanks to this you can get signed, you know. Me mandaron una oportunidad hace un año, pagué 8 pagos para que pueda subir mi promo y no se dio el tiempo. ¿Qué? ¿Cómo que pagaste 8 pagos para si yo no cobro para feedback? Here's the link. I just started yesterday. Skip the 25 second. I forgot to bounce it probably. Okay. Either way, banger. Thank you so much. Te suscribiste a Twitch. ¿Y no te di el feedback? Si te suscribes te doy enseguida. A menos que justo te suscribiera al final del todo, pero creo que siempre me queda un rato más para dar ese feedback. Me extraña. Okay, guys. So well, that was Hideaway, the funny story that I started 2 years ago in a live stream. I couldn't get released, so I decided to release it myself. And with the song I'm trying to release now, I'm gonna do the same thing. I mean, I'm not gonna wait half a year to try to sign it. If I sign it and I have to wait half a year, okay. But like, spend half a year, sorry. If I spend half a year trying to get signed because I sent to labels that don't reply, labels that reject, and all of this, fuck it. I'm just gonna release it by myself. I don't care. I mean, I can get 100,000 streams easily on a song, easily, you know. For example, Illusion got released 1 month and 10 days ago. This one is going a bit slower, but has 30,000 streams. In its self-release, I do everything myself, you know. And Hideaway probably is gonna get also in 1 month like a 30k. Yeah, Africa Firefly has 160. My song Evolution, that is a self-release, also quite old, is 5 or 6 years old, has more than 500,000. I mean, this one, that is like a Melody VIP, I think it has 200k, or that's the original one. I don't remember right now, but I mean, I can get the streams. I want to release with the labels because you get better supports, or from DJs because you get known, you get a name in the industry and all of this. But the streams are not really something difficult to me, you know, because I've been working on that and now it works. While some labels require you to pay them in order for them to promote your song. Man, if a label tells you this, run. They might charge $500 to $2,000 minimum, so if you don't want to pay, I see no difference between... Man, if a label tells you need to pay, run. Never send to that label again. It's a scam. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. Probably they have bots, fake streams, and it's shit. Non-labels will charge you, or non-good labels will charge you. What they're gonna do is, from what your song generates, they're gonna take what they spend. If they spend 1,000 euros on promotion, from the streams that they give you, okay, and the song gets, they're gonna reduce, I mean, they're gonna take everything until they get back those 1,000 euros that they spend, and then, when that's zero, then, from what you keep generating, you're gonna divide it into the contract you have. But they don't ask you to pay. If they do this, go for another one. If a label wants to charge you money for your song to be released, I don't think it's exactly. Ok, Jeswin. Hoy en día es mejor distribuir tus canciones por ti mismo, aunque obtengas menos reproducciones. Eres libre al 100% para hacer lo que quieras. Sí, pero no. Cuando tú lanzas en una discográfica... Astur, ¿lo puedo decir en inglés para todos? ¿A dónde te envío el link? Vente a Twitch o a YouTube, Fergas, por favor. Vale, porque este directo lo voy a cerrar ya en 2 minutos. For Astur here is saying that Nowadays, it's better to release your songs by yourself because you're 100% free and all of this. You are not 100% free. Always depends sometimes on the distributor or so. Sometimes some distributors keep you charging every year. Other distributors for every song. Other distributors, if you don't pay an extra and you stop paying the subscription, they delete the song, things like this, you know. But if you, let's say you get everything correct and the song is gonna be there forever, it's not 100% interesting to only self-release. I could do it because I get the streams, you know. At least right now, at this moment, as we say in Spain, toco madera, I touch wood. This means that the bad luck, you made it go far away. It's not interesting because it's more difficult to get support. It's more difficult to get known, you know. When you release, for example, in Revealed, if you release on the main, you're gonna get the streams and everything. If you release on the radar, most of the songs have streams, but not 100,000 or something like this. Okay, that's a bit rare. It's not bad. It's just that, of course, it's the sub label, and they don't spend that much money and that much work on those songs, you know. But the good thing is that they give you reputation. They give you a name. You know, now the Revealed community knows you. You know, and if you keep releasing in Revealed, the Revealed, Protocol, Armada, Spinning, whatever label, you know, the community will, because if you just release one song, maybe the community is like, okay, this song is good, but forget about you. But if they keep seeing your name in the releases, they will start knowing you, you know. So this gives you reputation. Then, because you've been releasing there, you can get collabs with bigger artists, maybe, you know, that also release in this label or other labels, but are in the similar style, you know. But if you only self-release, that's so difficult to get this reputation, to get known in the industry, to get DJ supports, to get better collabs. So the good thing, in my opinion, is always to try to compensate. What I always say is a label needs to give you three things: streams, reputation, or what was the third? DJ supports? Streams, reputation. I mean, I name in the industry, yeah, and DJ support, I think. If the label cannot give you any of these three, forget about the label. If you're really, really, really small, okay, maybe it's because the label is not that big. But I've released with labels that maybe that gave me a lot of streams, but it was not that relevant in the industry, but gave me a lot of streams because they had really good playlists, you know. I've released in labels that gave me kind of a name in the industry, even if the streams were not that good or something like this. I've released songs in labels that didn't give me streams and are not really, is not really a big label, but gave me the best supports ever. Nicky Romero, Mike Williams, Bingo Players, Morgan J, ISB, all of those supported the song that they released in that label because the label sent the song to those artists and they like it. And I don't have the contact with those artists, you know? So it needs to give you any of these things. So it's good to combine these things with self-releases if you want to, so you get a bit of everything: reputation, supports, money from your self-releases, you know. So in the end, you keep going up. Can I send a song that I find amazing? Yeah, of course. I mean, if it's yours. If not, I released 3 songs on a good label last year, and the last 2 was kinda meh. Never go with them again. Well, it depends. As I said, maybe they can give you support or something. If I have a vocal in a song and I put reverb on it, depending on how the reverb of the vocals sound, especially in the mids, If I have a vocal in a song and I put reverb on it, depending on how the reverb of the vocals sound, especially in the mids, can a normal EQ automation be used to adjust the amount of mids the reverb is producing, or do you need a specific plugin? What I would do is have 2 channels, the dry signal and the wet signal with the reverb, and in the wet signal I would have an EQ. That's what I always do. Si eres pequeño es mejor intentar ir a por labels. Lo difícil es encontrar un label que se interese en ti cuando haces electrónica en español. No te creas, ¿eh? Hoy en día hay muchísimos. Hay muchos temas de electrónica en español. Tanto de tech house como de melodic techno, progressive house, por ejemplo, es más difícil, hardstyle también no suele haber, pero en últimamente hay muchos. When the live stream ends, will the video be deleted? No. It is not from me, bro, but 3 singles are breathtaking, so yeah. But here I have to give feedback to you, you know. Okay, people on Instagram, ending this live stream. The live stream continues on Twitch and YouTube. Checking your songs, giving feedback, production tips, and all of this. See you there. Can get you out of my head like a melody. By the way, on this past Sunday, I made a DJ live stream, you know, and I didn't see you. All of you that are here, you were not in the live stream, and you need to watch my DJ sets. If you want me to DJ in your city, you need to watch my DJ sets, because this way I get big as a DJ also, and this way I can get DJ gigs and maybe go to your city. Not joking. I uploaded today a reel on TikTok that I thought was going to work really great, but it seems it's not working. Fuck it. Oh, by the way, last thing, and we start with the feedback, okay? As you know, I released the Bad Bunny remix, and I've been getting a lot of streams. I reached the number 4? Yeah, number 4 of the Tech House chart in Hypedit, and number 15 on the global chart, which is crazy. Never reached so high, especially in the global. I think I've never been on the global, maybe just like 90 something. So it started going down, of course. I mean, right now it has 1,200 downloads. It's normal that it starts going down after 20 days. It's normal it starts going down. But actually, cool thing is that it went down to number 8 yesterday. It got higher to number 7, and today is number 6. So I'm going up again. Not in the global, and the global is going down really slow. Really slow. That's cool. But on the house, I'm going back again. You know? Okay. Let me just turn this off. And you cannot imagine. I mean, this since Saturday, I'm alone at home. My girlfriend has gone on holidays with his mom, her mom. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna just work more, but work on music. You know, try to finish music. No. I mean, Saturday, I was working until 12 at night, since 8 in the morning, until 12 at night. Oh, this is bloated. Please, I don't want to have another sty. I don't know if you remember me with the styes I had in my eyes. Well, Sunday, I worked until 11 p.m. Yesterday, I worked also until 11 p.m. No, and Monday and yesterday, Tuesday. The 4 days, I've been working until night, until going to sleep, but not in music. Not in music. In preparing videos, I needed to record yesterday. In editing the videos for like the post, the reels and so for the new song. Sending the song to DJs. Making the canvas, making the YouTube lyric video, making the different artworks, like different, I have the artwork normal, but adapting it to vertical, Instagram and all of this. It's good that she was not here, because otherwise I wouldn't have that much time to do all of that. But I spend it basically editing things. I hate that. I wanted to work on music and finish the Atmospheres pack that I almost have it. I want to try one, and I mean, I have a lot of different types of sounds for Atmosphere, like Atmosphere melodies, vocal drones, you know, ARPs, all of this. But I want to try another one. But I didn't have time. I also wanted to finish that. But I want to release it this month for sure. I mean, in March for sure. Next week, I want to, shouldn't have that much work, and I want to go 100% with that. And when I finish it, then work on music. Imagine working on a song for 2 months and you see you've worked on it nearly 15 and a half hours. It's normal. In the past, I used to work like 80, 90 hours on a song. No joke. Now it's more like 25, 30. This means you improved. Yeah. Okay, so let me check. Alright, we only have one subscription. That's nice. Stay hydrated. This is not promo. I mean, if I do like this, you see it. If I do like this, you see it. Fuck. We can only send one track, right? Yes, please. Because otherwise, if I take 2 from you, there's one person that is not getting the song heard. So. Okay, I just got an email right now. In Illusion, there was a mistake when exporting the cover, and it's the one I uploaded. And finally, they updated the file, and in theory, it's going to get solved in the coming days. It's really stupid, okay? But in the first drop, right before the drop, it's like, then so. You know, so in this, then so. And the last one, I wanted it completely dry. And when I did the cover, I forgot to link the automation of the volume automation of the reverb. So there's a in the background, and I didn't like that. You know, that's the stupid thing that probably, I mean, it's not a mistake. It's just a production decision. You know, but I wanted like that, so I asked DistroKid if I could replace it. They told me yes. I sent them the file, and they just told me they updated. I hope, in theory, as they told me, nothing is going to change. It's not going to change the streams, the place where it is, the date it got released, none of that. And I hope so. Okay. Enough talking, or you want to talk more with me? Well, you're not talking, you're just texting, and I'm talking. Okay, I should disable that. Wait, I'm gonna disable that, and we start, okay? But if you want to download my remix, you have it there. It's completely free. You help me grow even more in the charts, and maybe come back to the number 4 in the house, or maybe even higher. Your remix was fire. Thanks so much. I mean, on SoundCloud, that nowadays nobody uses SoundCloud. It has almost 9,000 streams in 20 days. I think it's crazy for SoundCloud. But imagine if I could have released it on Spotify. 40, 50,000 in 1 month. If I usually get 20 something, 30 on this one, what would I have got? 50,000? I fucking copyright. 1 second. Why? Oh. Wait. I need to put this. Okay, I need to put something in my agenda, because otherwise I would fuck it. Alright, so well, I'm going to start first. Instead of starting with the subscription from Peter, first I'm going to check not priority, and then I check yours, Peter, okay? As there's only one. Oh, a lot of people today on YouTube. Thank you so much. Okay. Number game. The other day, last week I think it was, we did, apart from the number game, we also did production questions, and the first one replying correctly to the questions got the feedback. That's also quite funny. For people on YouTube, when I do these things, okay, because I don't like to check it in order, because maybe the person is not in the live stream and I only want to check some from people that is in the live stream. So asking like, are you here? I need to wait, delay on you receiving the video. Maybe the person has even more latency than replying. Is bullshit. I just do number games or things to make sure I check a song from somebody that is in the live stream, and also kind of randomly, okay? If you want to get priority, you can subscribe on Twitch. But people on YouTube, there's more latency on YouTube. So when people on Twitch is already participating in these games, you maybe didn't even receive the message yet, you know? So you have more latency, so less chances of winning. I just tell you, okay? I recommend you to go to Twitch. That is free, like YouTube, you know? It might be that my email ended up in your spam folder. Okay. If you win, just I will check it. Okay. Ok. Bro, esto ayuda mucho a los artistas, así que gracias por hacer estas cosas. Nada, a ti. Astur, ¿por qué estás en todos lados? Estabas en Twitch, luego en Insta, ahora en YouTube. Ok. Feedback? Alright, let's start with number game. Okay, the game is easy. I think on one number, and I tell you it's between this and this. If you guess it, you get the feedback. This simple, okay? No, cerrar en Twitch no cierro. O sea, el directo es en Twitch y en YouTube a la vez, todo el rato. Okay, the number I'm thinking is between 20 and 50. 20 and 50. If you guess it, you get the feedback. This simple. You see, now people on Twitch is already commenting, and probably people on YouTube didn't even receive it yet. No. Yes! We got it. Number 22. And the first one saying 22 is weather. That you said that probably is in the spam. What's your real name? Weather. Anton. Okay, it wasn't in the spam. Do we have Sonarworks enabled? Yes, okay. Okay, wait, let me put this here. All right, we change the screen. All right, this, why I always have it so dark? Okay, this is my screen. The camera is good, nice. This is the chat, it looks good. And this is the screen. That border is good, this border is good, this border is good, this border is good. The email, the SoundCloud. No personal things, no weird things, no illegal things. Everything's perfect. I send in a melodic techno track if that's okay for stream. Of course. I mean, everybody can send whatever they want. I got people that send me even rock music, so I don't care at all. Music is music. One last thing. What I was going to say. I don't know. If I remember, I will tell you. Let's go. Oh yeah. Sorry. That I'm thinking to change a little bit the design of the layout that you see, but I'm thinking that with patience, you know. I mean, like really slow. I've been working on more important things than that. The camera, the chat, the screen, and the volume is good. Camera, chat, screen, email, SoundCloud, bar, this. Yes. The volume is good, right? Okay, I think the idea is good, but several things. First, the fact that kind of effect, I think is way too loud. And I don't know if it's because of this, but it feels like the main lead volume is going up and down sometimes. Maybe it's just the fact that this reverse sound is creating. No, look here. Dun 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 dun. It's like dun 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 dun. You know, I feel like this. I would try to work more with a low tom or with the bass, like with more rhythm, like tung tukun tung tukun tung kun tukun tung tun tutun tun 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 turun tun 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 tun, something like this with a low tom or with a heavy attack bass. You know, you have like tuk 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 tuk, a bit more groovy. Thank you so much, Braxton. I see here the mix a bit chaotic, like I don't know, I think you can try to get it a bit cleaner or more clear, but especially the problem is that the vocal is completely masked. I don't hear the vocal at all. Make the vocal a lot louder, maybe reduce a bit the highs, the higher frequencies, mid highs of the synth you have here, to give more space to the vocal, but then you need to use some sidechain EQ. Especially the problem is the reverse sound is too loud, and I think that's what's creating a kind of volume going up and down feeling. And maybe the main synth could have a bit more movement, like in some parts open the filter or distort it, break it, add another layer, I don't know, something like this. But the idea is pretty good. Okay, let's check the first priority, that is Peter Claymore. The vocal was straight from the original songs. It doesn't sound really good. The vocal is in Vietnamese, which is my mother tongue. Okay. Volví a Twitch. Vale, Astur. The song is distorting a little bit. If you pay attention to the kick, in theory this kick needs to be really clean and so, but there's some parts that you're like here when the vocal is sounding also here is really strong. Check. They're distorting.
Chỉ cần spotlight, chỉ cần vài nốt nhạc và cùng cây mai từ chối cuộc vui đi về một nơi xa vì bận
from the vocal. That distortion. No, because I hear it also here. A little bit. Here I hear, and this one, when the piano is playing, I hear a bit of distortion. So it's the kick. Is the problem you're squeezing too much the song, and when it's not only the kick, but there are also the sounds, that's too much and it distorts. Or maybe also what can happen is that the piano and the vocal have low frequencies that you didn't cut, so when they play, they get on top of the bass of the kick, the low frequency of the kick, and that's why it's distorting.
Chất chỉ cần spotlight, chỉ cần vài nốt nhạc và cùng cây mai từ chối cuộc vui đi về một nơi xa, vì bạn ngồi đây thả thêm một vài câu ca giữa đời có được mấy đi.
This, I don't know if it's a guitar or synth or whatever, it's a bit loud.
Em lại see như có lẽ giờ này em đã
Quite loud.
say còn anh thì vẫn mang nỗi nhớ em trong đêm say thêm lý do cho anh vòng tay để anh chạm vào bờ môi ấy dịu dàng lời thì thầm ngọt ngào bên tai ta mắt nhau thật rồi em ơi tan vỡ vai cứ tay chia đôi anh sẽ luôn ghi nhớ em trong từng
To be honest, I think it's quite good. Just the synth here is a bit loud before the drop, a bit of distortion, so reduce a little bit the limiter in the mastering, and the rest is pretty good, to be honest. I would increase a lot the reverb here, so it's like more ambient and so on, and it can be good. It's going to create contrast with the rest of the song. You see here the synth is louder than the vocal. The vocals in the drop try to make them louder, and you can use a bit of sidechain EQ to the main synth, so this way the vocals always stand out, are on top of the vocal a bit always during the entire. Oh, the vocals are always on top of the synth during the entire song. Now, but it is really good, and it's basically done the mix. Really cool one, man. Thanks for sending and subscribing, and also Astur, thank you so much. Muchas gracias por suscribirte. Astur. You're on the priority list. Okay, let's do another number game. Well, not number game. I'm gonna go to ChatGPT. Let me see here. Here, music production quiz questions. Okay, I'm gonna make you a question. The first one that says the right answer gets the feedback. Okay, let me see. Some of them are extremely easy. Okay, this one is not difficult. but it's not extremely easy, but it's not difficult. Well, it's pretty easy. What is the attack time of a compressor? What is used for? Come on. Okay. Good one. To make sound equal. No. To have more power on starts? No. To change the length of a transient? No. The perfect one, but also Petro EDM got it right. Like how fast it starts compressing. That's a good answer, so he has a feedback. But algorithm is a bit more precise, like a compressor setting that controls how quickly a signal is compressed after it exceeds a threshold level. I mean, you say that everything on top of this is going to get compressed, you know, so this peak is going to get compressed. So how fast, when this crosses the threshold, how fast it starts compressing? Okay, like 1 second, so it would be like 1, boom. Okay, 2 seconds of attack. It reaches 1, 2, now compresses, you know? To buy some bitcoins. Now they are cheap. Now they are cheap. To control dynamic range. No. It's what I just explained. You see, in this live stream you learn a lot. Okay, Petro. Petro, what's your real name? I don't see anybody called Petro. Okay, yeah, Alexander. Okay. Oh, fuck. I didn't sleep a lot today. Let's go. Shakira. I'm having a time like that.
Fue culpa tuya y tampoco mía. Fue culpa de la monotonía. Nunca dije nada, pero me dolía. Yo sabía que esto pasaría. Tú en lo tuyo y haciendo lo mismo. Siempre buscando protagonismo. Te olvidaste de lo que un día fuimos. Y lo peor es que no fue culpa tuya, ni tampoco mía.
You know what I think is the problem? Well, the vocal, of course, is easy to understand. Is extracted with AI, so it has this kind of artifact sound, this kind of wet sound that is not really working well, you know. But the problem they see is that the vocal sounds way too slow. No fue culpa tuya, ni tampoco mi. It doesn't feel natural, that slow, you know. So, well, actually, here there's not the mistake. Here, actually, there's not a mistake because you can make the BPM faster. The problem actually is when you have, for example, 126, 128, 130 BPM, and it sounds like this. It's like, whoa, I need to completely change the style of the song, you know, and go to 150 to make it sound natural. Or sometimes you make it in those BPM ranges, 126, 28, and it sounds way too fast. Like, you know, and it's like, okay, it doesn't work neither. So in this case, I think that you need to increase the BPM probably by 10 easily, you know, so it's going to sound way more natural. Actually, what's the original BPM is? Man, it's 132. That's so good. That's so easy to remix it. Maybe if you don't want it 132 because maybe it's too fast, if you put it on 126, 24, probably it's going to be good. What's the BPM of this one? 100. Why do you go so low? It doesn't work that slow, you know, because of what I say. It's not natural. It feels forced to be that slow. You cannot do this. You need to, when you make a remix, you need to accelerate or decelerate a vocal, but in a way that it sounds natural. Like, okay, it could be synced in that BPM. Shakira wouldn't sing this in this BPM.
Y lo peor es que no fue culpa tuya, ni tampoco mía.
You know, feels really forced, like, hey, don't go that fast. No. Increase probably by 10, 15 the BPM.
Fue culpa de la monotonía. Nunca haría nada, pero me daría.
Then if we talk about the instrumental, I think it's a trumpet. It's a bit loud compared to the kick and so.
Y yo sabía que esto pasaría. De repente ya no eras el mismo. Me dejaste por tu narcisismo. Te olvidaste de lo que un día fuimos. Muy distante con tu actitud y eso me llenaba de inquietud. Tú no dabas ni la mitad, pero sí sé que di más que tú. Estaba corriendo por alguien que por mí ni estaba caminando. Este amor no ha muerto, pero está delirando ya. De lo que había ya no hay nada, te lo digo con sinceridad. Tú estás frío como en Navidad, es mejor que esto se acabe.
If you made the song first and then you add the vocal, remove the vocal, get an original vocal, and you can use vocal 5, for example. With my code, with my code Wildcrow 10, you have a 10% discount, and make an original song, because the idea is good. I just think the vocal doesn't fit because it's way too slow. And especially what they said, the synth or trumpet or whatever is too loud. Maybe the kick had a bit too much meats. Usually the kick. Give me a second, opening FL Studio. The kick. This one is not really a good example, but the kick, especially this one, what you need to do is reduce around here, 300-400 hertz. If you reduce it a bit more narrow, it's gonna sound a lot tighter, a lot more punchy, a lot tighter and cleaner. Right now it sounds too much like you boosted here. You know, like, it's not really, well, yeah, like boxy. I don't know how to explain it. It doesn't sound that good. Vale, Astur. ¿Puedo escuchar? ¿Te vas ya de ya? Si no, de todas formas, el directo va a estar después, ¿vale? Subido. Tanto en Twitch como en YouTube.
Esto se acabe ya. No me repita la movie otra vez, que esa ya la vi. Que yo te tuya, ni tampoco mía. Fue culpa de la monotonía. Nunca haría nada, pero me daría.
And maybe the melody sound is a bit soft. Like I feel it needs a bit more sharpness, but it's not bad. It's not bad. Good one. Vale, Astur, pues sí, va a estar subido. O sea, voy a escuchar Praxtin, otro y luego el tuyo. Si te puedes quedar, genial. Y si no, va a estar subido en ambos sitios, ¿vale? Let's go, Praxtin. the song is evolving a bit too slow. Just a rough idea. Okay, I think that the song is evolving a bit too slow. Like all the same vibe, the same energy, the same color the whole time. Just the bass without the bass. But then until you reach the snares, these are 40 seconds. You have 40 seconds that basically is the same thing. You see, so this is pretty boring, especially nowadays. Try to, I don't know, maybe you can have this filter here, or you can have just the melody with an ambient sound here. Then boom, here you add the pads and so already sounds different. Then here you can add some drums or more synth or a rhythm on with the piano, like bam 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 bam, whatever, you know. So it evolves, but right now, as you can see, just the pad sounds a bit more open, but the rest, you know, so this cannot be like this, even if you have vocal. Also, the snare thing is not as strong as it could be, like the mids of it is pretty soft and too much noise. If it's just the idea, I'm not gonna really focus on the sounds, but of course, just to mention, the leads need to sound a lot fuller, with stronger. The chords need to be also covering more space. Make the mid bass a bit stand out a bit more, you know. And maybe there's a bit too much sub bass, but not a big problem. Maybe compare it with reference songs that are in the same key. For this thing is important, the same key, because depending on the key, you can have more or less bass just because of the notes you use. So use reference songs that are in the same key and check if you have maybe too much sub bass. Maybe the key could have more bass, more strength there. Just wanted to make sure the idea is good. I have added a bunch of sounds. I don't think it's bad, but to be honest, at least to me, it's not really telling me anything, the melody. Not really catching my attention. Like, okay, this sounds beautiful, this sounds energetic. Not really. Also, I'm not that much into progressive house now, or I'm a bit more picky or more selective, like only a few ones that are really top notch, you know. But it's not really telling me, like, giving me any vibes and emotions. Anyway, thank you so much for sending it. I hope it helps in a way, the feedback I gave you. Okay, number game or question game? Quiz game. What do you want? I'm checking out the phone because I'm getting important things. Also, my girlfriend is flying back now, so we're checking that. Sounds like if the mid bass is being covered by the leads. No, it's not. There's not really mid bass. Fuck. God, why am yawning that much? I don't want to drink a coffee now. Just to. Also, today I'm not going to the gym, so I'm not gonna burn that caffeine. So I'm not gonna sleep well. I'm getting old, and coffees at night, really late, make you don't sleep well. Quiz game, number game, shit. Okay, let's do number now. I did one question, one number, one question, now one number. NR is number game, okay. Alright. I'm gonna check if I have a notification, what hour is that notification, and that's gonna be the number. Okay, I don't have any. I just delete them 1 minute ago, so let me see what numbers I have here. Okay, the battery of my phone. The number I'm thinking, or the number that is here, the battery of my phone, is between 30 and 55. 30 and 55. No, 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 no. Ooh, wait. All of a sudden I got like 10. Okay, the number we got is from YouTube. That's interesting. The number was 40. The first one getting saying the 40 is Jeswin George. Jeswin George. You got the feedback, man. YouTube person. Nice. Now it's 39. The battery. No joke. Now it's 39. But it was 40. Together with the kick, there's a low percussion like tuku 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 tuku. That percussion in between kicks, I would remove it, at least from this part. I would try to have it as clean as possible at the beginning of the intro. In the past, there's something, maybe it's because of the styles I'm making now, but this is something I've been learning thanks to DJ and to also check other songs, you know. But in the past, the intros, I tried to make them more interesting, way fuller, way with more sounds, with the melody, with the bass, with a lot of things. Now, at least the first half, I make it really basic. I mean, let me show you. This is the intro of Hideaway, the song that is coming out in 2 days, okay? How it starts. Really basic. No bass, no anything. Why? Because this way is gonna be easier to mix it live. Then in the second part, I have because I like it like this. There's a lot of people that don't even have this bass, you know, or the stabs in the second part. Or there's people that maybe makes 3 parts of intro, or maybe even 4. So this way the first 2 are really basic, so this is the mix. I don't like it like that because I like to mix when I'm DJing. I like to DJ really fast, so I don't care having it like this. But for example, now if we check Café con Ron remix, this one is a bit more empty, but has the bass. You know? Illusion. The 3 ones I released this year, okay? This one already has the art. Well, there's ambient sound, but... And the bass. This one has the bass. It's not bad to have the bass, you know? Because especially this one is all the time in the note of the key. So if you mix with keys when you're DJing, it's gonna fit perfectly, okay? But... just something that maybe helps you in the future, you know. Like I try to go more basic on intros, but of course that's also just myself, you know. No, man, no. You need to have a transition here. Have something in the middle, not just reduce the low cut slowly of the kick. Nah. The transition, and it's like the kick and the right are pretty loud and the rest is really quiet in the background. The song is really quiet, but it seems the drop is going to be really loud, so that's a problem. I would open a bit more the cutoff of this plug to have a bit more higher frequencies, and then have have a strong delay that is especially focused on the mid-high and high frequencies. So this way it has a bit more rhythm, a bit higher frequencies, a more atmosphere sound in the background. Sounds a bit too much like old school big room type of break. Okay, first of all, I think this is way too outdated. You know, this type of big room is really outdated, not really working anymore. But especially the thing I see, that's why this waveform is like this, is the bass is extremely loud, man, extremely loud. Way too much. Loud, and it has a resonance. Also this pride snare, too much like 2013, 2014. I mean, it's been 10, 12 years since that. You can do it, of course. It depends just on your taste, on what you want to make, but yeah. Okay, here you have a common mistake. Actually, the other day I was giving a class to one person, and I told him to avoid this. Here you have the main lead, and then you add new leads, okay? But you can easily, super easily, see the difference of them two. I mean, you can hear the two leads, you know? The idea when you layer is that you just hear one. Like you have 3, 4, 5, 6 different sounds that combined sound like one, and you cannot really identify each one of them. Here it's easy to identify them. Really easy to identify them. So what can you do to solve this, to avoid this problem? First, for example, here you have the main one is quite high, the other one is a bit lower, more on the mids, probably is one octave lower. Try to have another lead that is more in between. Okay, you can have more the tuned lead, something like this, to try to cover the space in between. This way you're not gonna realize about that. Second, the volume. The second one is too quiet compared with the main one. Third, the attack and release is nice to have them not exactly the same, but quite similar. So when I think you don't have this mistake here, but when you have one lead ending here, the other one cannot end here, the note. Okay, because this way you're gonna realize that there are two different sounds. And then if you process them together, it also helps. But I think here, I mean, easily you see the difference, and that's not really a good thing. Here the kick, for example, I recommend you to high cut it, you know, so this way it sounds filtered, it's gonna fit way better. But then the synths you're using are pretty basic, and so I think in the end, it's like you took an FOP to learn, which is not bad at all, but an FOP from 2014, something like this, and it has pretty outdated sound, pretty basic sounds, and so and you are not really layering. So my advice is just to start learning about layers, get updated sound banks, updated sample packs, try to make more updated music, because in the end electronic music goes really fast, and something from 5 years ago in hip-hop is normal. People is I'm listening to music from the 2000, you know, from the 90s, of hip-hop, of rock music, but on electronic it's not like this. Electronic music goes really fast and evolves, and people get started really easy. So making a style that is 10 years ago, from 10 years ago, it's not a good idea in my opinion. So just keep working, man. Don't get disappointed. Keep learning, working, and my advice to try to adapt this, but to newer sounds. I mean, for example, Reveal just released a song, I think last Friday, that is classic big room, but with a bit more updated sound. It fits better nowadays, you know. So there are a lot of different styles that you can make nowadays, big room. But I think this one is not the best one. Okay, and again, this as something to tag you. Just get it as inspiration or motivation. Okay. Michael, are you there? Schoolie? I just saw it. I think you got this from the past. I prefer if you subscribe on Twitch, you know? Not really accepting this anymore, but for this time, okay, I'm gonna put you in priority. He just gave me a donation. Okay, I'm gonna check a tour track. He had to leave, but he was a priority, so I'm gonna check it. Yo, Clayboy J Rapper, thank you so much for those $2. Are you having a good day? Yeah, not bad. A bit stressed, to be honest, because, well, these days are crazy, but quite good. But man, if you're just giving this as support, thank you so much. Love you. Thank you. But if it's for priority, I'm sorry, you need to subscribe on Twitch. Okay? Petra, I just talked about this at the beginning. I think it's good, the new Vocalify subscription model, because, I mean, if you are not subscribed, you can still get the vocals. That's good. But if you are subscribed, you have different vocals, more unique ones, which is really good, because this way you avoid even more people having the same vocal, you know, without paying that much. Because how much is it? How much is it, the new subscription? The cheapest one is $5. With that, you can get 5 vocals, if I'm not wrong. $5 a month, 5 vocals. Pfft. It's crazy. If I'm not wrong, it's like this. Okay, no. I don't know. 5 was the credits you were getting. Sorry. 12 a month. If you pay yearly, it's a bit cheaper, but monthly, $12 a month. 100 AI conversions, and you can download 5 vocals. If you produce a lot, 5 vocals a month that are quite exclusive because only people that is subscribed can get it. Well, I'm just gonna show you. $12, 5 vocals a month that only subscribers can get, so are quite more unique. I think it's crazy. It's crazy. If you produce a lot, 15 vocals if you want to, you know, but 5 vocals is already really good. It's crazy. You see, only from free library, free or paid library, but not from the subscription one. And here you have the subscription one. Yeah, I think it's the same quality. Just like, for example, there are really good ones that are the standards, so everybody can get them for $40 or 36 if you use my code. But there are some that are exclusive, so only one person can get it. So I think it's gonna be similar. I didn't ask them, but I think it's gonna be like this.
You chase after yourself, never to find.
Okay, I think the plug is way too loud here, and also this one.
Chase after yourself.
Way too loud. It's way louder than the vocal. and it should be like this. And actually the vocal is pretty masked. I would try to make the vocal a bit louder, the plug a lot more quiet, maybe even filtered, like in the background, like, and then maybe later in the break we open it, but at the beginning probably filtered and more quiet and the vocal way louder.
Chase after yourself, never too far.
Well, maybe even if you filter the plug and so, you don't need to touch the volume of the vocal, you know. The kick is also a bit loud.
Never close enough. You keep telling yourself never to stop. So now I've enough. If you're running on fumes, just try not to.
This clap that they're using here, I think it has way too much attack and it's too loud, but also
If you're running on fumes,
feels weird, like clack clack, like somebody is smashing my ears or something.
just try not to lose the sound of music and the noise. What would it take for you to take a break? Just listen and do as I say. Get out of bed and dance your legs, give out. You know you have the strength. You shouldn't waste a second. Get out of bed and let your feet turn up. And when you
You see, this is a common problem I always, I sometimes face also, and I don't really know what to do. Having a melody and the vocal at the same time is really risky because you as a listener don't really know what to pay attention to. Do you pay attention to the melody or do you pay attention to the vocal? You know, so it's really risky. Just if the vocal and the melody work perfectly together, like they have the same melody, for example, it's okay. If not, it's risky. And in this case, for example, the plug is really loud, so you're paying probably more attention to the plug, to the melody, than the vocal.
let your feet turn up, and when you see the crowd, just tell them wait for me. On the floor, I hear you're not alone. You can seize the moment, though you want it to never end. The night is yours, so bump your favorite song. Remember.
And here in the background, there's the snares, but they're basically hi-hats. It's like, it's not, you know, there's no attack. Look here,
Your favorite song. Remember.
really quiet and really noisy, and there's no attack on them.
So turn your brain off and just
The sub drop is way too loud.
off and just dance. On the floor, I hear you're not alone. You can seize the moment, though you want it to never end. The night is yours, so bump your favorite song.
I think the idea is pretty good and the end result can be really good, but right now it still needs some work. For example, the synth is really thin. Okay, I would try to get a lot warm and really bright. I would try to get a way warmer sound, or maybe even a real instrument like trumpet, strings, a guitar, I don't know, a flute, something like this. I think can work way better than a synth, and then you complement that, you layer that with synth to make it sound fuller. I think the mid bass needs to be a bit sharper, more drrr kind of sound, and the chords are maybe a bit too focused on the mids, a bit soft. I would reduce a bit there and maybe use some OTT to make them a bit stronger. I mean, the chord sounds feel like break pads, and in the drop you need more aggressive sounds. But the idea is pretty good. Together with this reverse impact sound, I would have a reverse of the guitar. I think it's a guitar.
Just how long it took for you to get here. Alone. But we can take it.
Yeah, but the idea is pretty cool. Now the feedback is the same thing. I think the idea is pretty cool, but it still needs a lot of work in sound selection and mixing. But it's there, it's there. I like it. Okay, let's check. Let's do a game now, a quiz question game to check the next feedback, and then I check Schoolie that he kind of subscribed. He gave a donation. Okay. I'm gonna ask 4 more questions. Okay, this is a bit more advanced. All right. The question here, for example, the answer says, "What is it and why is for?" You know, if you tell me what is it, it's okay. Well, yeah. What does oversampling do in a plugin? Or what is oversampling? If you say the right answer, you get the feedback. It's not cloning the sound. Increases the maximum frequency your processor can handle and increases the accuracy with which the signal is encoded. I get it right. Oversampling is music. In music is a technique that involves... Man, did you check it on Google? It feels like that. In music is a technique that involves recording audio at a higher sampling rate. That involves recording at a higher sampling rate. That is not really. I mean, it can be when recording, but also when processing the sound. You know, oversampling is when you have too much sounds that need to be processed. No. It's taking more samples of a signal that needed to improve accuracy. Kind of. Basically, what the answer of ChatGPT, it processes the audio at a higher sample rate to reduce aliasing and improve sound quality. Basically, when you're working, probably you're working at 44,100 hertz. Okay, that's the sample rate. Some people work at 48,000. To be honest, I'm not sure which one I should work to. I think I work at 44. But when you oversample, for example, by 2, the 44 passes to be at 88. Okay, or if you multiply by 4, it would be 160,000, something like this. And why is that 4? Because when you, for example, when you distort the sound, when there's distortion, when there's saturation, and so it creates harmonies, right? Well, today I'm going really technical. Let me show you with an EQ. It's gonna be easier. Look, so this way you're gonna understand it better. If I have one sound here, look, I'm going to go really precise today. We have this here, right? Forget about this. We have this sign here, this note, all right? If we distort it or we saturate it, what can I use? Decapitator. When we start distorting, you see it creates harmonies. Wow, I didn't do anything. It's off. Okay, it's doing something. I didn't know this. Well, when it's creating harmonies, right? If I start distorting more, creates more harmonies, right? The more harmonies I create, the richer, the fuller, the louder is gonna feel the sound. But what happens is that basically what it does is it goes up, duplicating. Okay, this is in 200, so this is gonna be around 400 hertz. Then this is gonna be at 800. Okay, 600. Okay, so this is not the same one. This one is the good one. So it's doubling. The thing is that what happens is that it creates aliasing. That basically is when it goes, let's say, to 20,000 hertz. Well, let's say it correctly. If I'm working in 44,000 hertz of sample rate, it will reach 44,000 and will come back. Okay, creating more harmonies. This is aliasing, and then we'll reach 0 and then we'll come up again. So it creates all of this here. So this is like noise or bad frequencies that you don't want. So if the sample rate is higher, it will bounce back in 88, for example, or in 160,000 hertz. So you're gonna have less aliasing because like it needs to reach 160,000, then come back. But when it comes back, it's gonna be that low and that far away that maybe it doesn't even reach the area that you can hear, the frequency that you can hear, you know? I hope you understand what I meant. But basically this aliasing, okay? And what is doing the oversampling. Duplicar la cantidad de muestras de un sample. Entonces, no sé si duplica la cantidad de muestras, duplica la muestra máxima. Pero sí, a lo mejor también podríamos decirlo como la cantidad de muestras. Si tú trabajas a 44.000 hercios y tú tienes un oversampling de por 2, trabajarás a 88.000, ¿sabes? How long will the stream be? I don't know. 30, 40 more minutes, something like this. Like usual, around 2 hours. Okay, so the first one saying it right was Loris Dorman is the most accurate answer. Loris, did you send a song? Yes. Well, miss the beginning and come to Audio Physics 101. I think it's good. What do you think? Making these questions to get feedback, to get somebody to feedback instead of the number game, I think it's different, but also you learn. If you know it, if you're the person that wins, it's because you know it, but if not, you learn something cool. Or even if you know it, maybe I can give you extra information. I'm not the best one on technical things like this, okay? But I know things about that. I mean, in the end, the more information you have, the more things you know, the better it's going to be for everything, you know, in music. But I don't really think you need to know what's aliasing, what's oversampling. If you just know that with oversampling, you have less distortion, especially when you're mastering, go for it. Just that. You don't really need to know more about it. If you know that linear phase in the master is better, go with that. Of course, what it's doing, what's the problem that it can have, all these things. Okay, more information, the better, but you don't really need to know all of that, to be honest. But information is always good. Cosas que solo un ingeniero de mezcla o mastering sabría, tal cual. Y yo no soy ninguno de esos, pero lo sé, no sé. Mucho tiempo llevo ya con esto. Let's go with Loris. To be honest, when I hear a saxo track, I imagine a bit more groovy, commercial, and especially a more easy to sing melody. Like, I don't know, like, what was the melody of the famous one? So easy to sing, to remember. I think this one is way too complicated, especially for a sound like saxo. Mr. Saxo beat easy. This one, I think it's a bit complicated. Also, the saxo is the main thing, but it's on the right. I would try to put it in the center. You know, maybe put it mono, and then with reverb and maybe some really fast delay or something, you cover more the sides or with another layer. But having the main thing in the right is not a good idea. It's like, for example, the vocal. Imagine the vocal, instead of being in the center, is at the right. The The saxo is too loud compared to the bass and so, and also I feel it's pretty empty, the song. I like the bass that is coming, but I still think the song is really empty. You see, this one is a bit better, a bit easier to remember. I think the uplifter and downlifter are extremely loud. By the way, Knes, thank you so much for giving the description to the community. Thank you so much. But I still think it's really empty. The song is really empty. I mean, it's basically saxo and a kick. The rest is like that quiet and thin that cannot really, how to say, like, yeah, he's not really covering the space. I get the idea, man. I get the idea, but the thing is a bit too repetitive to have all the time the saxo. You know, as I said, this one is a bit easy to remember than this one. This one is a bit better. But as some people is saying in the chat, if you have the same bass sound and bass rhythm, that in this case just sustain notes, in the break and in the drop, there's no really contrast, there's not really a difference. So basically it feels like you added a kick and nothing else. So it's not really giving that drop energy that you need, you know. So I think the idea that you have maybe is good, but I think the production, in terms of translating it to a production, I think you didn't do it properly, at least what I think in a more kind of commercial level. You know, of course everybody has its own taste, its own ideas, its own art, but I think I would go with a bit easier melody, try to cover a lot more the break and make it more interesting, and then in the drop I would try to give a lot more groove. Maybe it's not what you're looking for, but kind of going to something more Latin house kind of vibe, you know what I mean, like more groovy bass, drums and so. Even if you don't want to make that, like think on that to make something more groovy, you know what I mean. Because right now it's a bit basic, it's like saxo, bass, and then a kick. We remove the kick, you know, so can be a bit boring for people. Okay, let's check Schoolie. I think the attack of the kick is a bit too clicky in the highs, and the hi-hat is a bit loud. I like the vocals. like the vocal. I think the click of the kick, the tag, and the high frequency is a bit annoying. It's way too loud. It's too much like click, 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 hitting my ears too much. Maybe the mid bass, I would raise a little bit on the mid highs, like 2, 3, 4,000 hertz to give more space to the vocal, and try to make it more aggressive, more angry, more distorted on the lower frequencies. Ooh, here it goes really muddy. I don't know if it's because of a downlifter, a bass, or what. Here, like whoa, whoa, whoa.
Tell me why it's goodbye, don't be shy, I won't cry, I just need to hear it from you. Bend your high, close your eyes, don't reply, walk on by, I sit alone waiting for you. So tell me why you can't be true, why you lie the way you do. So tell me why you just can't tell me what is going on. I'm dancing naked in the rain, let the raindrops wash away your pain.
I think the vocal, you need to use a side cine EQ. This vocal is a female, and also is singing quite high. Is focused on the mid highs, like 2, 3, 4,000 hertz. I would try to use some strong side cine EQ there on the synth and the breakdown and so to give more clarity to the vocal. But I like a lot the vocal in the rhythm.
Please tell me why.
I think the bass here has way too much high frequencies. Way too much. Here the vocal, for example, is really masked, really masked. Side cine EQ, make it louder, and these things. I would reduce a little bit the high frequency of the reverb of the vocal, and also something I do a lot. I made some videos about it, and I recommend a lot. Is when you have a reverb channel and delay channel for the vocal, the first thing I would some depends on the song, and so sometimes do it, sometimes not, you know, but I recommend a really strong de-esser at the beginning of that channel, because this way if the vocal has a really strong sibilance, like you know, kind of sound, if you control that completely, I mean, okay, let's go step by step. The S's like this, you know, like are that strong and high, and so that push to the front the vocal, you know. So on background vocals, side vocals, harmonies, and so I always recommend you to have a strong de-esser, because this way you make sure that those vocals, when they are playing the words that have a strong de-esser, sibilant sound, you control them a lot, so they never stand out more than the main vocal. So with the reverb happens something like this. In this case, the S is really strong. For example, here. Don't know why, but the sky just goodbyes in my eyes. I'm looking for you, needed you the most. And then is needed to the most, and then you know. So when I have another mixed channel for the reverb, I put a strong DS, a really strong DS, maybe reducing 10, 15, 20, basically killing the S, you know, and then I have the reverb. So this way make sure the reverb is not going to have this, it's not going to enhance these frequencies, this word, because apart from making this kind of thing, the most, and then it can enhance this word even more and start raising some resonance, way too much brightness, you know, so the SR there and also the delay helps a lot. The SR on the vocal sometimes, I mean, it's useful and I recommend it, but I'm talking now on the reverb and delay channels. To avoid the reverb and delay, have this strong DSR. Don't know why, but the sky just goodbyes in my eyes. I'm looking for clouds around. For example, here, so and so
tell me why you
way too much, you know. I would use the SR here.
can't be true. Why you lie the way you do. So tell me why you just can't tell me what is going on. I'm dancing naked in the rain. Let the rain.
For example, we were talking before about melodies with vocals at the same time is risky, but here the melody has the same melody as the vocal, so it works. They fit. They don't clash. They don't fight. You don't need to pay attention to the melody or to the vocal because it's the same, you know. So it works. But I would reduce a bit the volume of the leads here.
Just wash away your pain. I reach my head up to the sky. Please tell me why.
One, two, three, let's go.
What I would do is just giving an idea is after these parts, these two parts, have here a small bridge of a snare like of 4 bars maybe, and go to a drop with the vocal and the melody like, you know, like this. Boom. You know what I mean? I think it can work really, really well. But that's just my opinion. I think the idea is really good. I like a lot the vocal and I like a lot the melody, but the mixing needs some work. Okay, let's do another quiz game. Let me see what ChatGPT can give me. I don't really like them. I'm gonna use the one before. Okay. Let me see what you say about this. What is the Haas effect? Haas. Haas effect. Okay, Scully. Maybe you can go like this and then do the bridge after this and make it melodic. Or make it melodic and then come back to this. Stereo, using delays. No, a bit more explanation. Is there a trick to place the melody behind the vocal? Madix does that a lot and I can figure out how it works. To put the melody behind the vocal, you can cut the highs of the melody, reduce the volume, add more reverb. All of this will push the sound to the back. Nobody knows what the Haas effect is? Make a sound seem to come from the direction of the first sound heard. Make a sound seem to come from the direction of the first sound heard when two sounds are played. No. Don't understand you 100%, but I think no. If I understand correctly what you said, no. Hola, flies. What's the Haas effect? Haas. H-A-S-I-H-A-A-S. What is the Haas effect? Harsh? No. Haas. No. I'm gonna put the question here so this way you understand better the word. There you have it. By delaying a mono signal, what do you mean by delaying a mono signal? To one channel. Okay. Okay. Royal got it right first. Okay. So acoustic technique that can be used in EDM to create a wider stereo image. As rhythm. I mean, you went to Google. You went clearly to Google, and you copy pasted it. When two or more sounds come close together and your brain detects them as one. No, actually, it's the opposite. Is this. Let's say we have. Actually, you can see it here. I'm not wrong. The hash effect is basically, let's say this is left and this is right, okay? Signals. Right now, they are exactly the same. So this is gonna sound mono, okay? I mean, these are not mono sounds, this is not signals, but it's just so you understand. So with hash, what we're gonna do is delay one of the sides to create the stereo feeling. Because as the more different the left and right are, the more wider it feels, okay? The more similar are, the more mono it feels, okay? So right now this one is not mono. Let me put it mono here. Look, I'm gonna open an imager so you can see it better, okay? It's not mono. I'm gonna make it mono. Just taking one side, putting it on the center. Completely mono. Actually, another tip, okay? If you want to make something mono that is a stereo like this, and you make it like this, there's no problem. But what you're doing is mixing both sides. So sometimes you can cause a bit of phasing sound, okay? Especially if it's a too wide sound. If you want to make it completely, if just reducing the width, okay, do it like this. But if you want to make it mono, it's better to take one of the sides, for example, the left, okay? And with this, you enhance it. And now you only are playing one of the sides, so you're not gonna have this kind of phasing sound. Do you see the difference? Look. Making it mono with this, with the plugin. Way softer, more attack, more punch, right? It's because of this, because we're just taking one and it's not causing a bit of cancelling. But well, now we can take the hash. Where is it? I had it here. Hash sample delay. And I'm going to delay one to the left or to the right. For example, this. I delay 3.63 milliseconds or 13 samples, and now it's wide, you know? And each point sounds a bit different, but basically it's always wide. And I think it never causes really phase problem. Well, here, for example, a little bit. Here it's causing a bit of phasing, but you see? So this has. Learn with Wildcrow. Guys, don't go to Google. Ash, you went to Google. The hash effect creates a stereo width by delaying one side 135 milliseconds. Actually, ChatGPT told me 540 milliseconds. I mean, obviously you went to Google. You wouldn't, like, you need to say it really fast, and so you're not gonna put me the milliseconds. You know, if you know the answer. My answer was short because I wanted to be first. I think it's up to 50. ChatGPT is saying 540, and Ash copied from Google, and it says 135. So I'm not sure about exactly that. But well, the first one was Royal Drogo. Royal, what's your email name? What's your real name? I don't see anybody called Royal. Nobody called Drogo. Can you tell me? Fuck. I didn't send them at the gym. Yeah, next. First this one and then yours, okay? Pick the next dude. Okay, the next one was slow, I think. No. The first real one was algorithm, but algorithm you copy also from Google. I mean, can be used in EDM. You wouldn't say that. This is literally copy from Google. So well, Flies, ¿me has enviado algo? You're the next one, saying the right answer. ¿Pero vas a enviar algo? Vale, pues en lo que lo envías, miro el de otro, ¿eh? Next, I'm gonna check your song. Ness, what's your email name? Or your real name? Can you tell me? Why it says restream in the chat? It should say Wildcrow, not restream here. When I talk for both YouTube and Twitch. One second. I don't know. I see some stars. I cannot see. Don't use the @ just put me the name. Ethevik. Maybe somebody like Ethevik. Okay, I see it. Benjamin. Vale, Flies, después de esto lo escucho. Okay, right now. Okay, the kick is extremely quiet. I thought there was no kick. And the clap is way too loud. The vocal needs a lot more brightness, more high frequencies. The clap is extremely loud, man. Here, for example, on the break, what I would do is filter the clap, so it's a bit different from the drop, from the intro, and also from the drop later. So you create another groove, another vibe, sorry, and it sounds different.
We'll have a whole lot of bitches jumping ship. Through my eyes, I done seen some crazy things in the street. Got a couple of girls looking on the track just for me, but
the song is way too empty, even for house. I think you need to have a bass, a piano, a pad, an ambient sound, something. It's just the vocal and a clap. That's way too empty.
I gotta keep my game tight like Kobe on game. Not like take it from a girl, don't know no better. I know they ain't right. The seen people kill, the seen people deal, the seen people live in poverty with no meal. It's just the way I live, but that's just how it is. It might be new to you, but it's been like this for years. It's blood, sweat, and tears when it comes down to a lick.
Is the bass completely in key? I like it, but I feel it a bit weird with the vocal.
Trying to get rich before I leave about it. I'm trying to have things, but it's hard for a pimp. So I'm praying and I'm hoping to God I don't slip.
So it's hard out here for a pimp.
Maybe you can try to saturate a bit more the 200 hertz area of the mid bass, of the bass, because this way it's gonna be easier to listen to this in your phone, in a smaller speaker, and everybody will hear it perfectly. Otherwise, maybe it's a bit just check it in your phone and so, but maybe it's a bit too focused on the low frequencies and maybe it feels empty in smaller speakers.
When he tryna get this money for the brand, for the Cadillacs and gas money spent, will cause a whole lot of bitches jumping ship. You know it's hard out here for a pimp. When he tryna get this money for the brand, for the Cadillacs and gas money spent, will have a whole lot of bitches jumping ship.
I would have that's personal taste, but I would have a bit of variation on the bass. Dun 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 dun. All the time like this. In the end, annoys me a little bit. At least dun 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 dun. I don't know any change, Hola, Rabagás. I see the idea and so, but I think there still needs a lot of work to especially make it sound fuller. The break sounds really empty, the intro sounds empty. The drop, maybe for more kind of old school house, is not that empty. Not really my thing. I like to have more sound and so. Nowadays it's more into that. But I see an idea here that you can start improving. My advice is to try to have some reference songs and see what they are doing in this style. Flies. Thanks to you. I think an ambient sound or maybe the reverb has some low end rumble like that is making it sound a bit dirty. I hear it here, for example. Some. I would try to clean a bit the lower frequencies, maybe with Soothe of the pad, and maybe try to open it a bit more to the sides. I feel like the hi-hats are a bit on the back. Like if you had reverb on them or something, I would try to make them stand out more, be closer to the mix. If you have reverb, reduce it. If not, maybe you can try to saturate and increase a bit the top high frequencies, like 10, 15, 20,000 hertz, and that will lift it a bit more and push it more to the front. I feel it a bit empty, but in a good way. I think it sounds good like this. Pretty good idea. Well done, man. Well done. Keep working on that. Okay. To be honest, I'm gonna check just one more song. Okay. Already 2 hours 15 of live stream. Oh. But before that, I want to say that remember that this Friday I'm going to release a new song that is called Hideaway. At the beginning of the live stream, I put you that song. I self-released it using DistroKid because labels didn't want it. I started the song 2 years ago in a live stream here together with you. Well, maybe not on Twitch, I don't remember at that moment, but on YouTube for sure. And yes, coming out in 2 days. And I think it's a really good one. Wave, thank you so much for subscribing. Are you Justin Werlane? Yeah, okay. So let's check your song. Last one of today. Okay. Next week, let me see. March. Yeah, next week I'm probably gonna do another live stream. If I'm too busy on it or I want to focus more on finishing the sample pack, the atmospheres pack I'm making, or finishing songs, maybe next week I don't do a live stream. But in theory I'm gonna do it. Just to don't miss it. Follow me on Instagram, YouTube and so, but especially be on the Instagram channel Okay, in the Instagram channel, I always tell you when I'm going to do live streams. Let's check this one. Time zone 12.
Lights flash on when you just get home. It's a brand new.
Okay, something I see here is that the side vocals are way louder than the main vocal. I had to pay attention because at first I thought there was no vocal in the center. You know? Now I hear it, but it's really quiet compared to the sides. And in my opinion, should be the opposite. The main vocal in the center, louder.
To feel the world.
Really cool vibe.
Nice slow. Don't be scared, grab my hand. We can make it past the time zone. Whoa.
Maybe, I mean, you have like percussion thing like dun, 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 and then something that feels like paper sound, like kind of paper sound.
Time zone. Whoa.
That kind of thing I think is too loud.
Fading fast, broken glass, let it cut through all the fake love. What does it feel to be something that you always
Make the kick and the snare a little bit louder.
wanted? Something that you
And maybe a bit of more high frequencies on both, so this way they stand out a bit more.
always wanted. Look, it's not all bad. I just wanna see you now. But she gone in a flash, on top of.
I think if you enhance a bit more the vocal in the center, it will stand out more in the entire song. And maybe also boosting a little bit on the vocal, like 1 dB, something like this, on 3000 Hertz with a wide band, can enhance it even more and give a bit more presence to it.
I see all these battles we face. Am I the one who restores all the faith in his hand? Nice slow. Don't be scared, grab my hand. We can make it past the time zone. Whoa. Fading fast, broken glass, let it cut through all the fake love. What does it feel to be something that you always wanted? Something that you always wanted.
Pretty cool vibe, pretty unique song. I like it, man, I like it. The idea is pretty cool, pretty unique, and the mix is quite good, to be honest. Really ambient. I like it, man. Good one. But guys, that's it for today, okay? Today I checked a lot of songs. I think I've been quite fast checking songs, but also we've been talking about interesting things like aliasing, oversampling, all these things that I think sometimes is good also to talk. Don't leave. I want to do a rate today. I've seen Mofog just started and he's doing some production, so maybe we can do a rate to him. Remember, a new song coming out this Friday. Okay, Hideaway everywhere. It's gonna be out everywhere, and it's gonna be free to download if you want to download it or play your DJ sets or whatever. And probably new live stream next week, but I'm not 100% sure. Maybe I take 1 week of rest and then I do more live streams. Okay, I'm not sure. But thank you so much for being here, for subscribing, for following, for chatting, for sending your music, all of this. I hope you learned something. I think you did. And of course, I cannot check everybody's song. I have still 28 emails. I cannot check everybody. But if you pay attention, as I always say, you can learn a lot from the tips I give to other people. So, wow, guys, thank you so much. How is the rate thing going? Okay, thank you so much for being here. See you next week probably. New song on Friday, new video on Sunday, and enjoy the Mofog live stream. Is this going already? Let me see. Goodbye, guys. Hope you like it. Thank you so much for being here. Bye bye.